Hello, it's Lynda here from Homelea, and welcome, welcome to our live this morning. And we're going to be talking about how I learned to crochet. I'm going to take you through what inspired me to learn to crochet in the first place, what my first project was, and what I used to make it, and then my top tip for learning to crochet, which I actually will become two top tips, maybe even more, because I've learned a few things about learning to crochet. I love to share them with you. So say hi in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. I love hearing from you, and I love hearing where you're watching from as well. And if you've got a question for me, pop it in there too. So we might jump in and get started. So what inspired me to learn to crochet? So I've been crocheting, probably for about 20 years, which now I think about it is a long time, maybe just under, somewhere around there. And what inspired me, or how I learned to crochet, or the events around it, was I was living in Edinburgh at the time. I was traveling. I was looking for a job, but I couldn't find one. It was taking a little bit to find one. And one day I went, you know what? I should learn to crochet. Maybe I was at a bookshop or something, and I was like, this is something I haven't tried for a while. I had tried to crochet beforehand. My grandmother is a big crocheter, and I think she had tried to teach me, and it didn't work. At that stage, I think I was probably primary school age, and it just didn't click for me. And yeah, so I was in Scotland, had plenty of time on my hands, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try crocheting again. I don't know why I didn't think knitting. I went crocheting. Who knows? Maybe it was just one of those things. And so what I did, I bought a crochet book, it was a Learn to Crochet type book. I went to the $2 shop and bought some yarn. It was just some really cheap acrylic yarn in baby pastel colors, and a plastic crochet hook. And I sat down and I started crocheting. And there was, at that stage, the whole YouTube video thing and video tutorials online there was nothing like what we have now. And it was just book, yarn, crochet hook, and so I made a blanket. And the blanket was a whole heap of long, narrow rectangles, almost like a whole heap of scarves joined together. And they were all blocky with different colors. So yeah, I started crocheting these long rectangles, and that was how I learned. And it was just a matter of sitting there and doing that same stitch over again, and different colors. And I'd run out of yarn, I'd go back to the $2 shop and buy another ball of yarn, and I finished that blanket off, and then I joined them together, finished it off, and it was like, well, this is really cool. Crocheted a blanket. And from there, I kind of haven't looked back. I can remember when I was working, hey Katerina, and when I was working as an engineer, I'd come home at night and crochet. And I used to think that work used to interrupt my crocheting time. And so I was working in the construction industry, which is really high paced, high stress, very demanding. And so crocheting was kind of my de-stress, my creative time at the end of the day. Was really, really important to me there. And then when I got sick with chronic fatigue, and there was like so many things I couldn't do, but I found I had the energy to sit and crochet. And so yeah, crocheting really became my lifeline and got me through that really tough point of my life. So yeah, so that's what inspired me to learn to crochet. It was almost like, well, flash of brilliance. I should do this. Give this another go, and I'm so glad I did, because I crochet all the time now. And that's what I made, and what I used to make it. So Homelea started, so getting to my top tips, but just Homelea started when I had chronic fatigue. There was a lot I couldn't do. I was crocheting, and I just started blogging just as something to do, because I was doing a lot of reading, a lot of blogs, and researching yarns, and I was crocheting heaps, and it was just Homelea started as a blog, and I was just talking about anything basically. And then as my chronic fatigue improved, it's grown into Homelea has grown into what it is today. And I've got a nurse down here beside me talking to me. I don't know if she'll let me pick her up. She's telling me big stories. I think she wants to come on the camera. You just need to wait, darling. This happens in blanket school all the time. Yeah, and so I did video tutorials. So I started doing video tutorials for the patterns, because I was hearing from my customers, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I really want to learn to crochet, but I need to see what to do. And so I started doing video tutorials and found that it she's still talking to me. It was how I explained what to do, and people could learn a lot and learn to crochet from nothing from watching the video tutorials. So that was really exciting. So we've helped a lot of people learn to crochet, which is, yeah, really exciting. And it always feels good. I love hearing the stories of people that have learned to crochet and what's helped them. And that's why we're doing this series. This is the first in the series called How I Learned to Crochet. So we'll have lots more blog posts for you about that with different people's stories. But anyhow, so all of these learning to crochet, helping people to learn to crochet through the kits and then through blanket school, I've come up with some really top tips of what to do. And probably in terms of mindset, because mindset is really, really important, is that don't expect you're going to be perfect the first time you pick up a crochet hook. It's going to feel horrible. Maybe not horrible. It's going to feel odd. It's going to feel just like you're all thumbs. But the more you do it, the better you'll get, and you'll be surprised just by practicing the stitches and doing them, and you build the link between your hand and your brain, and you get better. And the more you do it, the more even you get. And yeah, it's just crocheting is one of those things that gets better the more you do it. I mean, I actually believe that anybody can learn to crochet. You've just got to know. It's just got to be. You've got to kind of those few initial things like that just need to fall into place, whether it's just watching the right video tutorial where it's explained in a way that you can understand it, and just knowing you're not going to be perfect, being really gentle on yourself and being proud of what you do. Like, your first thing you're not going to make isn't going to be able to win a competition, but it's going to be really important for you, really special to you, and other people will really value what you make as well. So that's the top tip from the mindset point of view. And then my second top tip for learning to crochet is what you use is important. It needs to feel good for you. And so we use the chunky Australian merino wool because it feels amazing. It's also made in a way that you're going to be able to use what you make, and it's not going to turn to fluff and look horrible. So there's a longevity kind of whole of life thing there as well. Plus it's a natural fiber, so it feels amazing, and it's natural, and there's no plasticky kind of acrylic-y synthetics in it. So the yarn you need needs to feel nice. The crochet hook you need to use needs to feel nice as well. So I tried some of those little metal hooks when I was learning to crochet. They worked for me. And plastic, I used them to start with. They were great. I was doing a lot of flying at the time. They were great for that as well, because I could take them on the plane. But these days, crochet hooks for me need to be like a wood or a bamboo, and something that just feels beautiful in the hands. Another top tip, learning to crochet, we're now on 3. I'm starting with 1, is chunky big hook and big yarn is easier to learn because it's easier to control and it's easier to see what to do. So it's not tiny and fiddly and frustrating. It's just nice and big and yeah, good to do. So I love these Chiagu crochet hooks because one, there are a light wood, which is important when excuse me, there's Minna again. Yeah, what's wrong, sweetie pie? Yes, so but they've got the double indent. So light wood is important for big hooks because you don't want any extra weight. And the double indent just feels beautiful in the hand. So that goes into what you hold in your hand, so the yarn and the hook. If it feels nice, it's going to help you kind of tap into the feel-good aspects of crocheting, but you're also going to want to do it too because it feels nice in your hand. So there you go. There's my 3 top tips or minis of learning to crochet. Come here, sweetie pie. Come on, come in there. She's never been this vocal before, but we've got some questions, so let's go into those. Emma says, thank you for your heart design. I absolutely love it. I'm so glad you love it, Emma, and you're most welcome. I absolutely love making the hearts. I've made so many of them and they're just fun. So you'll have to share a photo with us. Share it on the Facebook, Homelea Facebook page of your hearts. And Katarina says, I have some experience. And she's still talking to me. It's Minna. Yeah. Do you want to talk on the video? No? Come here. Just excuse me for a second. I need to pick her up. Yes, she is. You want to talk? She's been very cuddly this week. Okay, back to Katarina. I have some experience and what do suggest, as I never been able to make something to start. So Katarina, you've got some crochet experience, but have trouble starting. Is that what you mean? So if that's the case, so the crochet, the hearts that we were just talking about that Emma loves the pattern of, they're fun. And if so, we say those with the kit, they're good for adventurous beginners. If you're not confident crocheter, I wouldn't start with the hearts, but if you're a bit crafty, you're feeling a bit adventurous, and as you've got some experience crocheting, I think hearts would be a great thing to start with. The video tutorials are there, which will hopefully be able to help you get started and get making and kind of get through the process. Apart from that, I actually, I love making the hearts. I love making the warm heart blanket as well. And the video tutorials and the instructions for those are available in Blanket School with a free membership. We've also got some suggestions there. Obviously, we design everything with our Homely Bliss chunky yarn, but we've got some other suggestions there with different yarns that are a similar size. Yeah, I love making the warm heart blanket. It's basically anybody can learn to make it. We've done the video, so if you've never crocheted before, you can make it. So you'll be right because you've got some experience. And it's just a really good way to practice the crochet stitches. So I take you through doing the foundation chain and getting started with that first row, which is always the hardest with crocheting. Unfortunately, the hardest bit is at the start. So taking you through step by step on how to do that, and then letting you practice those stitches and build your confidence and build your skills, and so you can get better at that. The other thing we've got in Blanket School that's available with the free membership is a masterclass, which is called 3 Common Problems with Learning to Crochet. And in there, I take you through in more detail some of those initial problems that people have, and how to overcome them and how to get crocheting. So that might help you as well. So you can find that at blanketschool.com. I'll just pop that into the comments. There we go. Otherwise, the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit has lots of good patterns in it and is a good way to build your confidence as well. And alternatively, the patterns that are in that are currently free on our website as well in our online store, so at homeleas.com. There you go. I hope if you do have a last comment or a last question, pop that in the comments now and I'll answer those for you. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's been helpful. And if you've got any questions at all, feel free to ask them down track on Facebook or also at homeleas.com. We've got a web chat on our website at the bottom right corner of the website, so you can ask that as well. Ask me questions there as well. So Katerina says, do you think heart is a good starting point? So the hearts, crocheting the hearts, we say are good for an adventurous beginner. So if you've crocheted a little bit, yep, definitely a good starting point. If you've never crocheted before and you're a bit crafty, you've got a little bit of confidence, definitely you can do it. We've had heaps of people learn to crochet from making the heart kit. But if you're not feeling real confident, if you're a little bit hesitant, you just want to take it nice and easy, I'd start with the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit. We really designed the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit for just absolutely learning to crochet. Or an alternative to that is doing the Warm Heart Blanket as well, because it takes you through, actually it's probably better than the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit, because the videos in Blanket School go through making it, if you've never crocheted before, it's like step by step, nice and easy. And there's lots of good opportunities to practice and do the same stitch over and over and over again, which is really important for building those connections between the hand and the brain and building your confidence as well. So I hope that helps, Katerina. So there we go. Like I said, I hope this has been helpful. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them and keep an eye out for our other blog posts with people's experiences of learning to crochet. And we'll send email newsletters out and we'll share them on Facebook and Instagram as well. So Katerina, yes, and what's your name? My name's Lynda. I'm Lynda from Homelea. You're welcome. Very welcome. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.